I'm almost reluctant to let people even cam up anymore. I think it's going to be 100% call in from now on because I'm not even going to invite anybody back on the stream to be able to cam up. Because a couple weeks ago, it was a guy that cammed up. I asked him if he wanted to cam up, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, I want to be on camera." Next thing you know, the dude is calling YouTube, talking about, "Oh my God, can he please take me down?" You ain't even call me, you call YouTube. That's how I know you a sucker, bro. Because that's probably the same way that you divorced your chick. The same way that you divorced your chick is the same way that you started getting in time. You probably broke up with her on the text messages, asked her for divorce on the text message. And that leads me right into it. Let's just get straight into it. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? What's up, R Streets? Was it worth it, big dog? Because I know the type of dude that you are. See, a lot of y'all think that y'all gonna call in here. A lot of y'all think that y'all gonna call in here and you're gonna be able to say what you want to say and you're gonna be able to get your shit off. And then I'm just supposed to agree with you because you a guy. Nah, listen. We're gonna have an accountability session today on all fronts. Everybody gonna have an accountability session today on all fronts. 100% accountability, right? And no stone is left unturned. Listen, if you want me to hold you down and advocate for you. Now, in my personal opinion, I just so happen to be the biggest advocate for men, but I'm the biggest advocate for men that are doing the right thing. I don't advocate for bullshit. And so when y'all call into this show and y'all start to have these conversations with me, let me help you to understand something. I'm not on your side. I'm on the side of right. Now, the thing about it is that right breeds blessings. It breeds greatness. It breeds good. It brings awesomeness. But see, I am able to easily understand who you are the same way that I'm easily understanding how her body count is really rocking. I don't need to ask her directly. If you let her talk enough, she gonna tell you who she is. If you let her talk enough, she gonna tell you. I ain't never had to ask a woman her body count, but I have been always able to easily and objectively able to slot that woman accordingly based off of who she. And here's the thing: the women that's for the streets, they not trying to be anything different than being for the streets. They getting in contact with you when they rocking out with you, understanding what it is. They're not disillusioned. See, let me give women a little bit of credit, right? Now we see a whole different type of woman out here. I seen some women that I did a review video on, and I don't even know if it dropped yet, but I seen some women that I seen did a review video on, and these fucking round face hoes was sitting there talking about they want a man that make over $200,000 a year. One of them was a step baby mama, and the other one was just round face, just big and round, talking about they want $200,000 a year. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know if they just doing this just because they get known here and they getting some visibility and they want to go viral, or if they actually serious. So we do have a different breed of women out here, but traditionally, women understood who they were. They knew where they slotted. The hoes knew that they was hoes. The wives knew that they was wives. Good people knew that they was good people. Bad people knew that they was bad people. Even to the point to where in the culture, the bad guys often at time was able to identify the good guys, even though they were from the same neighborhood. And they would say, nah, listen, you smarter than us, or you can hoop, or you actually come from a good family, or you know you ain't supposed to be fucking here. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here, bro. This ain't for you. Now they can hang around and y'all can hoop together and get you know what I'm saying, have some fun and crack jokes and hang out. But when it came time to actually put that work in, nah, nigga, get out the car. They treated you just like Trey. Ice Cube and them in that movie, that was such an accurate movie, and that's why I actually like Boys in the Hood. I usually don't like these ghetto movies that advocate for some of the worst shit inside of society. But if you actually look at some of the messages, even though it was a tragic story at the end, the reality of it was that they able to identify the nigga that they know ain't supposed to be there. Nigga, we know you ain't never had no pussy. We know that you a lame. We know that you ain't built like that. And that's a good thing. That's not bad. To be a dude that is protected from the worst of society because other people are able to identify who you are is a good thing. When you seen the good girl, you knew that she wasn't like the rest of them. We able to, man, listen, we not disillusioned. And this is why I'm going to hold the community accountable today. Because we have never been disillusioned about who's who and what's what. Even in elementary school, even in middle school, even in high school, we have always been able to identify who's who without saying a fucking word to each other. Now, when we become adults, all of a sudden everybody is confused. Oh my God, I don't know. Like, you knew you was a hoe. You know you've been a hoe. And so what the fuck is happening? We got more visibility than we ever had before, but now all of a sudden everybody want to act like that they reformed or they changed. No, even the chick that came into the church, she knew that she was broken. That's why she came to church. Church used to be a place for broken people because they was coming in to get healed, not to connect with other broken people. When you went to church back in the day, you understood that you was in there because you was a fucking leper and you've been doing the devil's work your entire life. And so you just had enough. The devil had his way with you so much that you just so happened to fall into the church's doors and you never even was thinking that you was ever going to end up in church in the first place. But you found your way back to the place that you came from, right? And so we was able to easily identify with who was who. But then somehow, some way, we continued to remix what was happening in society to where we started to blend things together. Now the hoes think they housewives and the housewives want to be hoes. Good will be bad and bad will be good. And that's why we say that we in the end of times. It's not because anything is so much different as far as society, but it's the way that we thinking and how it is that we going about operating. And so let me bring it backwards. Back to the original conversation of the dude that came up here a couple weeks ago. Then this punk ass motherfucker gonna come up here and talk about, yeah, man, I had to let her go. I had to divorce her. And I said, oh, okay. Well, what happened? You know me, I start asking questions. And that's the fastest way to be able to get to the answer, to get to the solution, is all you gotta do is start peeling back the layers. Oh yeah? How'd that go? What happened? Word. It played out like that. People can't wait to tell. They can't wait to tell their story. Listen, it's no different than the first 48. It's no different than the first 48. Women can't wait to tell you how nasty they done been. And men can't wait to tell you how trashy they done been. It's just like the first 48. You give a nigga a corned beef sandwich and a Coke, throw an extra pickle in there, that nigga tell on his whole crew. Tell on his whole crew. I see dudes doing it when it comes to talking about the chicks that they fucking. I seen it with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner ain't no different than you. He ain't no different than anybody else that's in our culture today. He the same as you and you and you. And then y'all niggas be in the chat acting like y'all don't understand or you can't identify. Nigga, you just like him. You out there pillow talking about who all done fuck. Everybody done fuck but you the one that's online talking about, yeah, man, she ain't this, she ain't that, and man fuck, and poo fuck. Man, when did we start telling on other niggas, allegedly, that you don't even know if they really did it? But this is the way of the world now. Men are feminine and women are masculine. So women have now thought or they believe that they can move a little bit differently. And so they out here saying the Sierra's prayer. Hallelujah. They out here saying Sierra's prayer. And they think that they can remix it. And they got you feeling like you can be a step crash dummy. And that you're supposed to be the one that come in and save them. Look at Russell Wilson. Oh my God. Look at Russell. Now, I could be wrong. And I'm just telling you what it is that I heard. Somebody told me that Russell Wilson used to be knocking them down. I don't know how true it is. I'm just telling you, I've heard from multiple different sources that Russell Wilson was supposed to be that guy. Walking out in the streets and knocking them down. Let me ask y'all a question before we continue into the show. What makes or what unlames a lame?